Welcome on in, everybody, to another episode of Coda's Cove. Today I'm giving you my review for The Menu. Alright, everybody. Now, this was a special treat to watch. Like what I did there, little punny. The Menu just came out on HBO Max this stream. I had no idea what this movie was. I don't remember really seeing any ads for it before it went to theater. I don't even remember if it actually even went to theater, if it just kind of came straight to streaming. But what's the movie about? Well, a group of people get invited to go to an island to experience a famous chef's famous cuisine. He's serving a special dinner for invited guests. And as the dinner goes on, the plan of the chef gets unraveled as why he brought the people that he brought. Basically, who he brought were people that were food critics, people who enjoy his food, and overall just food lovers. So it's an interesting, eclectic cast that he brings in. Two main stars in the movie, Anna Joy Taylor and Voldemort himself, he who shall not be named, Ralph Fiennes. Whew! Let me tell you, folks, Ralph Fiennes, what an amazing job he did as the chef. I mean, the perfect blend of creepy, but commands a room when he's in there was amazing. This movie's basically a satire, so Ralph Fiennes has a lot of like little jabs at the food industry, chefs, and all that. And the food critics that are in the movie, they poke fun and make satire of how food critics, make comments about food and act. So there's a lot of dark, funny humor in this movie, but they blend it so well. Ralph Fiennes does this particularly well. It's so well at blending the dark humor, but still keeping a serious, creepy tone that keeps you on the edge of your seat. If I had to describe this movie, it'd basically be a satire slash, we'll go thriller. I'll say it's definitely a thriller. And the way that they cut the scenes together, I thought was very, very, very clever in this movie. Basically, the dishes, the courses that the guests are eating are basically the acts in this movie. So you got, I can't remember if it was appetizer, if they called it first appetizer, if they just called it first course. And then it progresses. And while he's bringing out the dishes, it also does, pays homage to like how a lot of the cooking shows do. Tells you what the dish is. List off its ingredients for you to let you know what they put in the dish, how to create it. Thought that was very clever in a very cool way. This movie, its runtime is under 2 hours, so it's a bit of a shorter film than what you're normally used to. I think it's like an hour, 40 something minutes, maybe like 42, somewhere like that. So with a movie that has a shorter runtime like that, you kind of got to hit your plot points very quick. And this movie's pacing is done very well, even though the setting for the movie pretty much takes place in the restaurant, in one room, watching people eat. You would think that'd be very slow and boring. Not with this movie. This movie done very well. Pacing's done very well, like I said. The short runtime means you gotta hit your points quick. Hit them fast. And it gets very interesting very quickly. I mean, oh my goodness. The one guy's course on, what was it called? Like, regret or something. No, mess. Called Mess. That scene, I was just kind of like, whoa. If you don't know what I'm talking about, folks, you got to go watch it. Like, the level of shock that introduced is kind of along the shock people had when they first time watching the Red Wedding on Game of Thrones. It's just like, whoa. Mind blowing. Haha, little punny again. But that was really well done. There's one scene that I really enjoyed, but also kind of made myself laugh because Ralph Fiennes, he's one of those actors where you see him and all you can picture him is in the one role they played. And as Voldemort, there's a scene where he's in the bathroom with Anna Joy Taylor asking her, who is she? Because originally she's not supposed to be there. That's about the only spoiler I'll give you for the movie. Who are you? And she gives him a name. And there's this part where she kind of like tells him to go F off. And the face that Ralph Fiennes makes at her, the chef, I couldn't stop myself. All I could think of in that moment was have freaking Voldemort scream. That scene was done very well. Altogether, The characters did a very good job in this movie. Each one plays their very well. There's a character named Tyler in here that brings Anna Joy Taylor as his guest to the restaurant for the evening, and his character very annoying but done very, very well. So overall, as for not knowing what this movie's about going in, I was I'm trying to think of a good word, but I was just basically surprised at how much I actually liked this movie. And it definitely should have got more publicity, I feel like, coming out. This movie deserves awards for some of the acting done in the movie. Climax, though, I will say for me, although brutal, is very, very, to me, felt anticlimactic for the way that all the tension built up during the movie. But it's still rewarding nonetheless. This movie is very, very good. I'm going to give this like a 8 out of 10. Definitely do yourself a favor. Go on HBO Max. Go ahead, watch The Menu. It's worth the watch. I might even watch it again, see if there's like any little other Easter eggs in the movie that I didn't see the first time, because just well done. Great movie to just sit down and watch. And for it being a thriller, there are some really creepy horror aspects to it as well. Ray Fiennes, Anna Joy Taylor. Of course, I'm going to watch anything they're in. Again, hands off to them. They did an amazing job. Yeah, like I said, 8 out of 10. Do yourself a favor. Go watch this movie. Thank you again to everybody turning in to another movie review with Coda's Cove. Hey, be a friend. Tell a friend. Come on in, baby. The water's fine. I got more content coming on the way for you all. Be working on my Warzone 2 review as well as other stuff. So, hey, stay tuned in. Thanks for all the love and support. You all have a great rest of your weekend.